What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another Prize Picks NBA player props video. This one going to be breaking it down, giving you guys a 6-pick flex that I am running myself tonight for the NBA action that I already sent into my VIP members. So going to be giving it to you guys here on the channel for free, breaking it down exactly why I do like these plays here tonight. If you enjoy the content, it would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. And if you have not checked out Prize Picks, would highly recommend you check them out, guys. It is a player props website and app where you can win money off of picking the over and under on things like players' points, rebounds, and assists, fantasy score, etc. Go ahead and use that promo code KJKDFS when you sign up today to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100. Again, that is code KJKDFS. Go ahead and lock that in. Get that free money offer and start when it's more moving on Prize Picks with these picks today, guys. And if you are going to be very serious, the KJKDFS VIP member package is going to be where it's at. That's going to give you access to every single one of my plays as soon as I place them. Had some sweeps here that I've already been posting on the community page. If you don't follow my community page on YouTube, check that out. It'll kind of keep you in the tune as to what's going on over there. But all apps are in full effect here. Sweep on Prize Picks a day ago here, going with all unders. You can see we had a 6-pick flex that I sent in. Sleeper Picks is another app that I'm now a full go on, giving picks on that. You can see Cash This 3-pick with Kobe White, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins under PRA. Underdog Fantasy, another one. Had 2 tickets turning 250 into 1500 over here. And Better Picks, the latest one that I'm really excited about. Better Picks, once again, guys, all of these apps you can get deposit matches with my code KJKDFS, but been a fantastic app to find value on as well. So if you are interested, check that out, guys. I'm going to be continuing to provide you guys with free content on the channel. If you do have a app outside of Prize Picks that you play that you really enjoy out of the 5 that I cover, comment down below. If you want to see some more content on a certain app, let me know as well, because I can certainly provide you guys with more plays outside of just Prize Picks. Got some ideas for some stuff, some live streams, etc., that I can start implementing here more on the channel. Any ideas you have, let me know about them down below in the description. But like, I can give you a perfect example right now. This is a play that I sent into my VIP already this morning on Underdog, where every single one of these plays has been bumped on Prize Picks. You can see Durant, Nikola Jokic, James Harden, Joel Embiid, Domantas Sabonis. Already sent this into my VIP, already sent it into the research tab, and you can see I have a side-by-side comparison of these exact lines on Underdog as compared to Prize Picks. And if you look at them, you can't get any of these on Prize Picks. So this is something I teach over in the VIP. You constantly want to be comparing lines, trying to get the best value. So if you do a side-by-side comparison of these picks at the lines, we got them on Underdog as compared to Prize Picks, you can't get them at these lines any longer, right? So Durant, 26.5 points. If we go to the Prize Picks board, he's already bumped to 27, right? So there's an example of attacking value on another app. Outside of Durant, the next guy that I had in the ticket was Nikola Jokic. We go to the Prize Picks app. You can see Nikola Jokic over here. His assists is set at 9.0. So it's already bumped, right? We can't get that 8.5 value on Jokic. We can't get the 26.5 value on Durant. He's at 27. Then we go to my next pick in that ticket. James Harden, 13.5 rebounds and assists higher, right? We go over to the Prize Picks app. Where do they have James Harden's line set at? 14.0 rebounds and assists. So another one that's already been bumped, right? Then we go to Joel Embiid, 10.5 rebounds. I was able to get that at earlier this morning. We go to the Prize Picks app. Where's Joel Embiid's rebounds prop set? 11.0. It's already bumped, right? So this is what I talk about all the time on the channel. I give you guys a lot of fantasy score props. Like, all of my plays that are non-fantasy score props, I guarantee are going to get bumped. Last play was Domantas Sabonis. Another play, he was at 21.5 over here on Underdog. We pull him up on Prize Picks. He's already been bumped. He's at 21.0 even, right? So 5 picks are optimal over on Underdog. 5-pick insured. You can run some 5-pick standards over there. Prize Picks, 5 and 6 pick flexes are optimal over here as well. If you're able to hit at a 60% hit rate or higher on 5 and 6 pick flexes, you're going to be profiting a lot of money. But I just want to kind of explain to you guys, like, hopefully we can get some live streams going here and I can give you guys some more picks outside of the fantasy score props. I really do like these picks tonight. I am running them myself. But a big reason you see the fantasy score props for me is because all these plays get bumped. And like I said, I ran all these on underdog, and I guarantee they're bumped over there now too. Like if we pull up underdog here, let's see, underdog fantasy. Once again, another sponsor of the program here, and we pull up their app. You can see Jokic in live time. I have the board pull up. You can see Jokic's assists are kind of dimmed. That typically means he's getting bumped in real time. Let's go ahead and refresh this. And yes, see? So perfect example, right? I just showed you. These are the lines that I got these picks at. Durant, 26.5. Where is he on underdog now? Durant, 27.5. Can't get that value anymore, right? So this is just, I know it's kind of a long-winded intro here, guys, but I really do want to explain and teach people how to play on these apps and find the best value in 2024. And this is a perfect example of like me timing the market and all these plays being gone, right? Nikola Jokic is at 9.0 now. So I got him at 8.5. The value's gone in that. James Harden, 13.5 rebounds and assists. Let's see if he's gotten bumped. That's the play you can still get. So if you're playing on underdog, feel free to lock that in because you can still get that at that line that I got at. Then we go to Joel Embiid, 10.5 rebounds, 11.0. He's been bumped. So the reason I'm just bringing this up, guys, is I really do want to teach people, and you can just see the value doesn't last. Last is Domantas Sabonis. He's now at 21.0. I got him at 21.5. So just an example of what I teach over in the VIP, the value that I provide over there. It's all about beating bumps, getting the best value. And the reason that I don't give any non-fantasy score props on the channel is because I want you guys to be able to tail these picks for free. And my non-fantasy score props, I could come on here every single day and give them to you. And by the time you watch this video, they're all going to be bumped. So I just hope that makes sense. If you are someone that's really wanting to learn, want to beat those bumps, the VIP member package is going to be where it's at. I'm going to send those plays in for you as soon as I detect the value. As soon as I place them, you're going to be able to tail as soon as possible, beat those bumps. But for this one today, you should be able to get these in. I would think. I already saw one of them got bumped. Like I can't control it, but I'm going to promote the play anyways because I'm promoting fantasy score props, and these guys have much larger ceilings than their base projections. So at least, you know, the fantasy score prop is a little bit different than non. But let's get into it, guys. We'll go game by game as we always do. We have a 3-game slate tonight, but some really great competitive games with some great game environments. 2 are going to be nationally televised games. And so let's talk about it. The Denver Nuggets taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. We had a bunch of injury news this morning with the Nuggets. They all got upgraded to probable, though, so expect all these guys to be a full go. This game has a 233.5 over-under. It is a 1.5-point spread in favor of the Philadelphia 76ers. And this game's going to have the lowest pace on the slate, but all these games, pretty respectable pace, right around 99, 100 pace metric. And we'll kick things off with the fantasy score monster in Nikola Jokic. I think this 6-man flex is going to be a lot of fun for you guys today because we have a lot of stars in really great game environments, and I'm targeting these as ceiling spots. So Nikola Jokic will be the first guy. Ridiculously good fantasy point per minute producer. He trails only Joel Embiid with a 1.73 fantasy point per minute rate on the season at the center position. And do expect this to be a game where these two teams just go back and forth. Like I said, a national televised game, TNT, 233.5. We know Nikola Jokic's usage is going to be through the roof when he's out there on the floor. Also, only trails Joel Embiid with a 29% usage rate. As far as the minutes as of late for him on this Denver Nuggets team, he's been playing in the low to mid-30s, but we've seen him in competitive games get all the way up to 37, 38. You can see here against Golden State, Orlando. Like I said, I mean, these nationally televised games, these really competitive games against the top teams in the league, we do tend to see these guys' minutes trends upwards. I think we could certainly see that here with Nikola Jokic here tonight. And if he gets those full allotment of minutes and he's able to stay on the court, stay out of foul trouble, his fantasy score prop is certainly going to be one that he can pass. I'm not just coming on the channel and saying take stars overs every time, right, guys? It just so happens that I do like these guys tonight, have them projected over. I brought up that ticket with all unders. Nikola Jokic, I liked his under, actually, the other night. As you can see, just a day ago on Sunday, I was on his under, Jamal Murray's under, Tyler Hero's under, Bam, Damian Lillard, Giannis, all studs, right? Tonight, I like the overs here. We're going to be talking about a lot of overs throughout this video, and it starts with Jokic. Like I said, fantasy point per minute monster. He's a triple-double machine. Anytime he takes the court, he can get you a triple-double. 25 points, 9 assists, 12 rebounds last time prior. He did get that triple-double, 10 rebounds, 14 assists, 1 block, 27 points. And with Joel Embiid, with them needing him out there to guard, have a big presence, expect those minutes to be up. Like I said, he has surpassed this fantasy score prop in each of the last 2 times out. And I do have him projected to go over this by a pretty sizable margin here tonight. I'm not going to lie, guys. I've got him in the upper 50s. They have him in the low 50s. So this one, even from a base projection aspect, Nikola Jokic really does grade out well for me. His ceiling is 60 plus, as you saw him do against the New Orleans Pels with that 61 fantasy score. I do think he scores in the upper 50s in this spot. I think Prizepicks just misrepresented him a little too much here tonight. So pick number 1, love this Jokic over fantasy score. Pick number 2 is going to be the other stud, and I can already see he got bumped, which stinks, but it is what it is. And I still like it's over. And like I said, the fantasy score props, at least all these guys have a ceiling where it's much higher than the other props, so I feel comfortable still promoting this to you guys. It's going to be Joel Embiid on the other side. Talked about it. Same game environment. 233.5, 1.5 point spread, 117.5 implied total for the Sixers. If the game stays close and these guys play their full allotment of minutes, we're looking at some nice ceiling spots here. Joel Embiid played 31 minutes last time out after getting some time off there with 3 games out, but when he was healthy, you could see 36 in that last game, and he's been playing 35, 36, 37 minutes. So that last game out, 31 minutes against a Rockets team, not quite as competitive. Do expect him to be a full goal in this one. I think we could see those minutes trend upwards. I know it's the back-to-back life, but once again, national televised, another tough team. Tend to see these minutes go up a little bit for these guys, right? I think that's what we're going to see with Joel Embiid, and if we do, talked about his fantasy point per minute production. Best in the entire league with a 1.88 fantasy point per minute rate. That is ridiculously good. 38% usage rate. I think the reason we saw his minutes down a little bit in that first game because they knew there was going to be a back-to-back. They wanted him to be good to go for this second game against Denver. I am fully expecting him to be good to go. And this guy's ceiling is massive. I've been playing his over a ton. He's at 59.0, unfortunately, right now. He was at 58.5 when I locked in. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I have my VIP member package, because I try to give as much free content as I can. But we got this in, and you know, I go to click the record button. It's been 10 minutes, and he's bumped. So 65.7 over his last 5, though. His ceiling is way higher than where this line's set, guys. I've got him going out there and getting in the low 60s tonight from a base projection. And his ceiling is 70 plus. So the bump's annoying. If he ends with like 58.7, it's going to stink. But I still have to promote the play. If he doesn't go over 59, I won't count it as a W in the the win column for the channel, the free content. But this guy's a monster, man. And like I said, this kind of a game environment, these two teams, I'm looking at some ceiling spots for some studs tonight. Starts with these two. 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, 1 steal, 41 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks, 1 steal, 30 points. Just, you can't ask for much more. And he has games where he just shot like 9 or 10 assists as a center, which is absurd. 10 assists, 9 assists. That adds up so quick in the Prizepicks fantasy scoring format, guys. Like, I mean, this is the kind of guy you want to be targeting. Same goes for Jokic. You get 1.5 for every one of those assists. That's the most points you can get for any stat outside of those blocks and steals where you get 3. So those assists as a center, man, it's a big bonus when you're targeting Embiid's fantasy score. So once again, I did get at 58.5 for full transparency, but we're going to kick things off with these two studs in this first game. And then the next game, got another guy. I've been targeting his over a ton on the season. Lately, I've been actually taking his under a lot, but I am back on his over tonight. It's De'Aaron Fox. He's had a couple of rough games as of late, but 43 minutes last time against Milwaukee. We finally saw these minutes start to trend back upwards after only playing like 28, 33, 26 in 3 consecutive blowouts. 38 and 43. That's more what we've been seeing out of Fox all season long. And he's a guy, if he's going to play 40-plus minutes, man, 37, 44 in this game environment with a 244.5 over-under, it's the highest total on the slate. He can absolutely crush this fantasy score prop. As far as where he rates on the slate, 1.27 fantasy points per minute at the point guard position. That is the second best at the point guard position, trails only Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. However, he still has the same usage rate as Shai with a 31% usage rate. Really, really solid stuff. So, once again, only a 4-point spread game that's expected to stay close. If it stays close, he gets his full allotment of minutes. We've seen him play in the mid-40s in minutes. Him and Sabonis are the ones that are really solidified in minutes, and Fox has been the one that's been the most solidified of anyone on this Kings team and this Kings rotation. So we're talking about a guy that's putting up 1.27. If he's going to get in the mid-40s, he's going to absolutely crush where Prizepicks has his fantasy score prop set at. They have him in the low 40s. We just talked about his permanent rates, right, guys? 41.5. Put up 46 against Milwaukee last time. That's the kind of game he's going to be producing every single time if he just gets those minutes. Like I said, competitive games, he's getting in the upper 30s into the 40s. And he's going to be in the mid-40s every time if he gets those minutes. 1.27 fantasy points per minute. Everything adds up here, right? So Fox, a guy who I have projected, honestly, I think Prizepicks did a pretty good job of pricing him from a base projection, but his ceiling is 50+, right? So we're aiming for those ceiling games here tonight on the slip. And this is a great matchup for him. Phoenix is giving up over 40 fantasy points per game, over 7 assists, over 7 field goals to opposing point guards. So they've been just breeding, just giving up a ton of fantasy points to opposing point guards. So Fox will continue the trend on the video today of targeting studs. And then we will continue along to our last 3 picks, which will be in the later game. Another fantastic game, another nationally televised game. OKC Thunder taking on the LA Clippers, a 235.5 over under 6.5 point spread. We look at these two rotations. We're going to stick with the trend of the studs, man. Shai Gilgeous is one of them. And we'll also be targeting his teammate in Jalen Williams. We look at the OKC Thunder's rotation. Once again, 2 guys that are really sticking out to me as consistent minutes, right? It's Jalen Williams and it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 34, 36, 33, 34, 34, 36, 34. Then you look at the rest of the guys. Chet Holmgren spending the low 30s at times. They've dipped him down at times. Lou Dort, same thing. Sometimes they're filtering out, giving more minutes to a Giddey, more minutes to a Cason Wallace, more minutes to an Isaiah Joe. But 2 guys they're staying consistent with are Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams. And those are the 2 guys I'd like to discuss. Both fantastic fantasy point producers. Shai Gilgeous, ridiculously good. 1.61 fantasy points per minute. His ceiling's massive. Very similar to what we just discussed with all these other guys. What we need is the game to stay close. If the game stays close and Shai gets his full allotment of minutes, he's a guy that can absolutely smash where his fantasy score prop is set. Jalen Williams, same story. Look at his fantasy point per minute production on the season. He is putting up 1.04 fantasy points per minute. 22% usage rate. We looked at his minutes, right? He's getting mid-30s, so that's going to put him in the mid-30s into upper 30s every time he takes the court. Prizepicks has him, once again, priced too low for this game environment. I want to be taking his over. He's been passing this every game, and it looks like he got bumped as well, 32. But it is what it is. I do think he gets in the mid to upper 30s. He's put up 41.3 over his last 5. He keeps hitting 40+, man. So guy's been producing at a ridiculously good rate. Both him and Shai are guys that can get you a lot of steals, blocks. Shai hasn't had that huge game in a while. This is the perfect game to do it, man. TNT, Clippers, they're going to need him more than ever. His usage is through the roof. We already discussed that, right? So don't let these last 5s dictate you off Shai. 1.61 fantasy points per minute. He's had some down games. He's going to have another big one, and I think he does here tonight. So he's going to be one that I talk about. Jalen Williams is going to be one. Like, once again, we talked about this rotation, right? These are the 2 guys. We know we're getting them in. So we don't want to be playing any guessing games. You know, we want to make sure we're targeting. Tonight, I like a lot of ceilings. Other times, we might be talking about some unders, and then we get kind of excited about those rough minutes, right? But those guys I talked about, even though I'm fading them, I'm not playing their unders as of now tonight. I'm just staying away, and I'm playing Shai and Jalen. So, like those guys a lot. You look at the game logs, man. Both of them can do it. Same thing. Trend of the video, right? Every category. Rebounding, assists, blocks and steals for Shai. Points. Jalen Williams, same thing. He can contribute in all those categories. 3 steals, 25.6 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 6 rebounds, 16 points, 21 points, 4 assists, 7 rebounds. So we're not just relying on one thing. We're not too scoring reliant. That's what we want when we're targeting fantasy score for these two guys. So does look like we're dealing with some bumps as I'm recording this, and it's just unfortunate, but like I said, all these guys that I'm promoting on this video today, guys, have a much higher ceiling than where their base is, so I'm going to go ahead and promote it anyways. And we'll round things out with number 6 with another absolute stud that can do it in every single category on the LA Clippers. That's going to be Kawhi Leonard, fantasy point per minute beast. We look at his production on the season, 1.24 fantasy points per minute. He's got a 26% usage rate, 34.5 minutes per game. So Kawhi, same thing. We look at his minutes in competitive games. He's once again starting to get up there in the upper 30s into the 40s. We saw him play 44 minutes and 40 minutes here on back-to-back games here on December 29th and 26th. Since then, they've been involved in some blowouts too. You can see at the top 138, 111, 95, 111. So some of these games where his minutes have kind of faltered. Just keep in mind, you got to look at that final score. That's been the case in a lot of these games. Last time out against Minnesota in a game that ended 109-105 that was close, we saw Kawhi get all the way back up to 37. So he's a guy, once again, upper 30s into the 40s in minutes, 1.24 fantasy points per minute. He can get you blocks and steals. He can score the basketball. He can rebound the basketball. He can assist. He can do it all. And he has passed this in each of the last 3 games, averaging 45. If he's able to get those full allotment of minutes in this game environment with everything we discussed, once again, we're targeting some ceilings here tonight, guys. So it should be a fun ticket if you like to cheer for some overs. Seems like I've been taking a ton of unders lately, but tonight I really do like how these guys project to go over. So we're rocking with some overs. 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 26 points, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 22 points, 4 assists, 7 rebounds. It's all factored into the per minute rates, guys, but these 6 guys are the definition of stat stuffers, stat sheet stuffers, which we love when targeting overs. So for full transparency, we will do a little bit of a side-by-side here as to where I got these lines at. Let me pull up the Discord. I'll pull it up on the screen for you guys here in a second anyways, but I just want to see Jokic is the same. Embiid got bumped, 59.0. Fox is the same. Shea's the same. Jalen Williams got bumped. Kawhi's the same. So Jalen Williams and Embiid got bumped as I recorded. It sucks, but it is what it is. But just to prove, I did send this into my VIP. Here you go, guys. You can see it's a 1-unit play, so whatever you typically play on your tickets, play on this, right? Don't be going crazy thinking it's a lock because of my breakdown. And, you know, I like these picks a lot, but you got to stay disciplined long-term, bankroll management. Like I said, if you're hitting at a 60% hit rate or higher on your picks long-term, 6 picks flexes, you're going to get a 66% return on investment. So, you know, if we go 4-2 on this ticket tonight, it stinks. We only get 0.4x of our money back, but long-term, you're going to be getting a really solid return on investment if you're able to hit at that hit rate. So that's what we're aiming for every time, every day. Got to keep that hit rate high and got to play optimally on all apps. Prizepicks, it's 5- and 6-man flexes. And yeah, so these are the lines that I got it at, and I will pull it up on the screen for you on my end. Put my max $40 that I can put now. And I mean, it stinks that these guys got bumped, but like I said, the ceilings are much higher. Like Jalen Williams, we've seen score up into the 40s. Joel Embiid got bumped up to 59, but we've seen him score into the 70s. And I think he can do so again tonight. Really, really like these game environments. Can't say it enough. All we need is no foul trouble, no blowouts, and I think we could be looking at a lot of green on our ticket here tonight. So that will be my 6 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks in the NBA tonight, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Wishing you all the best of luck. Feel free to throw in a taco. I know we have tacos going around all day for Taco Tuesday, so if you want to use, you know, 5 of your favorites from the 6-man and throw them in a taco, you can certainly do that. Take advantage of the promos. So that's all for me. Wishing you all the best of luck on your Prizepicks NBA player props tonight, and we will see you in the next one.